Well, whoever is watching, this is mbu.ug. Mbu.ug. This is your entertainment website, and today I'm with the man himself, Vandata. Real names, lifestyle, background, charity, everything. We're going to be talking about it here. He's I would say, what am I going to say? I'm going to say so many things, but anyway, just stick right there. If you're watching on YouTube, just press the subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, this is mbu.ug. Just hit the follow button. If you're watching on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you're watching from, just don't forget to follow, subscribe, and like. Well, my name is Josh Ruby again, and with me is Vandata. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
We're here on Mbu.
Mbu. Teruwa Uganda. You have verified information.
Anti kwa story atandika with Mbu. Omanyaluba Luganda.
Omanyaluba
Bagambye Mbu.
Naituba tutandise. Anyway, Vandata, you're welcome to the show, and I've been watching you for quite a while, for a long while. I feel, how old are you first of all?
Making 33.
33 years old. Okuze.
Huh?
Okuze.
Mkuze. Tulia miaka mpola naye.
Anyway, let's start with your real name.
Real names are Isaiah Aine. Born and raised in Uganda. Born and raised in Kampala, actually, partly in Mbarara. Part of my studying and part of my growing. And
Tell us about your music journey.
Musically,
because I know you as a musician, but you do a bit of acting, you do a bit of charity, you do so many things. But you can start with the music journey, maybe.
Yes, the music part. I started music way back when I was young. Actually, I started in a school choir, which later became a band. Actually, that was a band that I started with. By that time, I was doing more of instruments. I do play keyboard, I play guitar, I play drums. Then later on, I partnered with my friend by that time called Dash, Mose Dash. Nakuzino yafuuka ne pastor.
Ye pastor.
Kati ye pastor Mose.
Hey.
And then later I switched when he stopped singing and decided to go to church, to start church work, being a pastor and all that. Then I became a single artist, from a duo to a solo artist. Yeah, and I had good luck that I started well, because those are the days I started with the songs of Olimiaye, by the way, as a solo, and Olimiaye paved way for me.
A really huge song.
I think it's one of my biggest songs, though. And then,
where does Vocal Police come in the picture?
So, where does Vocal Police come in the picture? So, from way back, I used to do, I'm still doing, but I was working with organizations, because that's the direction I face as an artist. You know, I've come to realize music is just like sun, where you have sun and people choose to use it differently. You will have people they want to be on TVs, they want to be here and there. There are people who want to do world music. They do a lot of tours in their own way. But me, I focused on the organizational world, whereby we do a lot of sensitization or advocacy. We advocate for different things, but through art. It's like spreading information, but through art. So way back then, I started with a song called Hold On. I don't know if you remember that song, which was my start of planned, organized proposal written by myself, and the song was done by myself, Tonix, Keiko that time, and OS.
What was it a
Yeah, it was a
charity
project song.
Okay.
It was a project song by Reproductive Health Uganda.
Okay.
So then I started hanging out more with Tonics. I think we had school tours and all that. Then from there, that's how we came to, through those shows, school shows, and then I became a culture icon for Reach a Hand Uganda. Then I met Ray Signature that time. We hung out for some time, and within that time we met Maro. So Maro comes up with the idea, why don't we create a group, Vocal Police. It was his idea. He had his reasons why he wanted to call it Vocal Police, but he sold the idea to me and Ray, and we bought the idea. And then he was like, then I have other people, the kinds of Empress and all that. That's how Vocal Police started. It was actually me, Maro, Ray, and then Empress came in. Then later on, Natty Nathan, Bakri, had a guy called Ivan Voco. We had a guy called Hamim Hassan, some hip hop
So
guy.
it was a huge group, and for a while it gave us some real music, some entertainment. But then what happened to it? Because today we don't even know where it is. So what happened? You can let me know about that.
It was a house, or a father house for people who really wanted to do music. Then it was like home, where you have dad, mom, and you're trying to grow. And when you grow, you do what? You find your own house. So that's what happened. Exactly, people grew up, because by that time Maro had Gende Wamwe songs and they were working. Ray had Kasenyanku, it was working. I had Olimiaye, it was working. So it was like, Abasaja Basaja Wade. So,
And the industry was still raw, so you needed to.
yeah. I think those are the mistakes we do as we grow up. I think it was the time to stick together, but instead everyone wanted to take their direction.
Do you regret it?
I don't really regret it, but I also realized that maybe it would have made some big impact because our concept was very different from the groups that you see, from these other groups that people have. Because in most cases, the groups that we have right now, you see that there is one head person. There's like
Cleonine and there's Chameleon. There's like Fireplace, there's
I didn't want to mention groups,
I
but
can
yeah,
do that for
something
you.
like that, yeah. But our group was that let's do everything possible so that, if someone comes and says, I want Vocal Police, then they will have cream on cream. They know they will have Maro here, who's a big shot. They will have Ray here. Big shot, they would have Data here. Big shot, they would have Natty Nathan. Big shot, not like, hey, I'm the boss. Everyone has to listen, oh, I'm the boss. But I think things changed because all of these things, the bossing, and also you media people, the TV guys. The media people come to a time whereby Data has a song, Maro has a song, Ray has a song, you get it. And then they play Maro's song, then they play Ray's song, and then they play maybe Data's song. And sometimes if Natty says, oh man, my song, they say, no, we played too much of Vocal Police.
Yeah.
We can't play Vocal Police the whole show.
Yeah.
And when you're independent, of course, they will play it.
Yeah.
But if you're not, they won't play 4 songs from 4
From the
different
same.
artists from the same group. So
I get it.
those are some of the reasons why we had to,
So let's go to the next one. Starting up your career, I believe you started at a young age.
I started at a young stage. I started with a band that was called Ma Africa Band.
How old were you then?
I was very young. I don't remember, well, I was around like 14.
Yeah, and at that age, that really tender age, did your family, did your parents, did your brothers, did they support you? Did you have their support?
Well, they had no option because music was part of my school fees, per se. Some of the schools I studied in, I was playing keyboard for them in the chapel. Some schools had churches so that I could play keyboard, and it was part of my school fees. It was part that paid my school fees. So basically my mom, because I grew up with my mom, she was okay with it all the time. And then I was getting more from music than anything else when I was young. Because at first, when she wanted to think like, this music thing is spoiling you, then that's when we joined the IATI. IATI is East African Entertainment, something. Then, because we were in a group called Ma Africa Band, the lady had just won Mama Africa Awards, the Mama Africa Awards in South Africa. Then those are the days we went to South Africa. At that age, man, going to South Africa is everyone's dream.
Yeah, so it was more of,
Yeah.
it had a future for you.
Yeah, then we were doing more of Kenya, Nairobi, then coming back. Man, even at school we were like big shots. I was like, then at a later age, I think that was around 2000, like 2006, 7. Around 2007, when I was in my high classes of secondary school. That's when my mom was like, okay, this is getting bad because you're mixing books and music, this is not working. Then boom, someone brought a deal for the World Social Forum. By the way, I'm happy that I was a wise person, by the way. I would do sport work, I would go do whatever craziness I would do, but at the end of my craziness, I would pass. I had good grades in
Did
school.
you go to university?
Yes.
Did you graduate?
Yes, I did. I was doing good. However, I didn't study part of my senior 6, but I sat senior 6 and I passed very well. Because when I was in senior 6, that's when we had that deal from World Social Forum, and we were going to Brazil by then. It was carnival, it was lots of entertainment at a young age. That's why sometimes when I'm chatting with other artists, when you meet artists or when people have seen a bit and then they are like, but that man, at that age, I performed in Brazil for over 150 people because it was a worldwide thing. My first time to see an audience that you can't see with your eyes and it's done. It's up to the end. I was in Brazil, so when that deal came in, my mom was like, okay, I have nothing to do because if I stop him, he will hate me for the rest of his life. So let me let him go. So I went partly of my second term, then I came back and studied hard because I wanted to pass. I didn't want to annoy my mom, so I switched off.
The music comes up, you're a star, you're everywhere performing on the big stages and everything. Right now, do you regret anything choosing music?
Well, like I said, music is sunshine. Sunshine that people benefit from music differently. Right now, wherever I am, it's because of music, which is hard for people to understand because they are like, oh, many people are like, I know that the Olimiaya song, oh man, that guy is lost, where is he? People say, hey, where Yimbaka China Yavula Ovali Kuchi. I still appreciate music because whatever I'm getting, whatever I'm doing is because of music. There is a humanitarian segment, like in Barcelona, and the Barcelona, the team, not Barcelona as the city, Barcelona the team, and they are doing something with Africa. Because part of the people that I was contacted to sit and talk about the African culture, the East African actually, because we had people from West Africa and East Africa, to sit and talk about artistically and how through art and entertainment, you know, people can be helped in East Africa by Barcelona as a team. Those are the pictures you are seeing at Camp Nou, and
I saw a couple of pictures and I was like, has Uganda finally gotten a La Liga player?
now it's a humanitarian project that they are doing. So yeah, because of music, before coronavirus, because of music I was traveling. I'm still doing that, like in a year of 12 months, 6 months I'm away, 6 months I'm here.
So you're living your dream life?
I'm not complaining. I'm not.
You're comfortable?
However, it makes me feel bad when people are like, that guy is lost. You know, that guy used to be like blah, blah, blah. That guy used to do this and this. And that's why I'm hitting back. I'm coming back on scene as a must.
Tell us about
that. I have projects already done. I've worked with my producers, my two producers, Dan Magic and D King. I don't know if you know D King.
If you don't know Dan Magic, that's the brains behind all those Bobby Wine's top songs that you hear right now. So just a sample of that. Yeah.
Actually, he never credits me, but I'm the one who even made his signature. Like that's Dan Magic's signature. Yeah, but we have a couple of projects that are coming up. I have like audios. I'm just thinking of which video to do, how to push this video. But you know, but all that is like pressure from people, pressure from the people that know you. And also when you see that when you're an artist and you're not getting that, somehow that attention, you know, social media attention, then you look onto your social media, people are just getting away from you. You start thinking, I have to get back to the stream, to the main line, to the mainstream. Otherwise, I'm comfortable where I am. The competition is less.
Oh, really?
Where I am, competition. Music industry is wide. It's only that people don't understand it. You have to know where you fall. You have to identify yourself. If you don't know how to identify yourself, you need to find a way.
So, okay, you tour the world, you perform at the big stages. How does it feel for probably, there's so many Ugandans that have never crossed the borders performing. Even the top artists, actually.
And like, there are top artists that cross the border to perform for Ugandans.
For Ugandans abroad. So
exactly, that's where I'm coming. Ngenda kuwa yo tiketi. Ngenda kufunirayo no 10. Jango chikube ka birthday kange kali kiri abana Uganda baja kubeerawo.
So how is it for you? How does it feel to perform for foreigners and they really like your music? They feel like you because I've watched a few of your videos, like you perform and it feels like you're in Uganda, but it's foreigners, the big stadiums, and how does it feel?
It feels good, because then you get to know people who appreciate music.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't even know what you're singing, but they are enjoying.
Yeah.
They don't know what you're saying, but they are happy. You know, that's what makes music nice. And they appreciate. I have to say this. I don't know how people will take it, but that's the truth. Uganda tuinezalawo. Uganda.
Litya wano ewaka.
Uganda abantu bainezalawo. They can love you. They can make you. But trust me, in so many cases, Josh, you can meet someone who really likes you, likes your music, likes your stuff, but they don't want to even show. They are like, boy, just kuzarawa muko. Just of which it's different abroad. People appreciate you. You're an artist. You're an artist. They treat you as one.
Kucheza lawo tolowooza nti mwe abayimbi mwe kennyini mwe abakireeta mwe kennyini okweza lawa.
No. If artists gets appreciated by actually mostly the media.
But you don't appreciate yourselves.
No, we do.
You don't support yourself.
We do appreciate ourselves. People appreciate themselves. People support themselves. People do hard work. People put in hard work. But the media, we need you.
Do you have a problem with the media? Look straight in the camera and tell people that you have.
We need you. I don't have problems with media, but media is the one that is supposed to be making us, not the other way around. If you have an artist and is a Ugandan artist, I think the media should focus on that artist more than focusing on Nigerian artists.
And actually,
or South African
just
artists.
to cut you short a bit, that's why we have Mbu actually. At mbu.ug we only focus on local entertainers. So maybe we are doing it right, or it doesn't matter anyway. We're just doing it the right way. So anyway, back to you, Vandata. For the time I've known you, and at least even currently, you're running a few charity projects. How did that come into your life, and how far have you gone, and how far do you plan to go?
Well, for as long as I've explored in this world, for as long as I've seen things, I'm not from a rich family. No. Neither is my background that like, oh, tuakula motoka tuina kumi vichi, you know. No. I grew up from a hustle. I know hustle. I used to walk from Zambia to Chitante to school every day. And I have to be there at 8 in the morning. Basically what I'm trying to say, I know the hustle. And now, simply because when you go around and you see people who enjoy their lives, and then you remember that, you know, there are these other people that are suffering. There are a few unidentified people that are really suffering and people don't care about them. The project I'm doing right now is about the child-headed families. The child-headed families, I mean, the dad, the mom died. Mostly these people, they died of HIV, right? So they leave the child taking care of the siblings. In most cases, the child is like 15, 16, even 17 and 18, they are still young. But I have like a family whereby an 11-year-old child is taking care of the other 2 siblings. Like during this time of coronavirus, it was hard. So during this time of coronavirus, I had apparently over 22 families, and I thought I was taking care of those ones alone. Then I was forced to add other 8 families. So I found myself taking care of 30 families, of which I'm trying to expand more, because more people are coming in. You know, people, this one tells this one. People, if I showed you my phone, people are calling you, people are sending you messages, like heart-touching messages. And then you're like, okay, let me add that family. For the case of this period, give them food, give them whatever necessity they need. They need to access their drugs.
So you have an organization of yourself, on your own?
It's a Vandata charity.
Okay. That's what it's called?
That's it for now. I'm just doing this rest of the things to make it a real organization. But for now, it's just a single-handed project. But at the same time, I have people that are helping me out in the process. Of course, sometimes it's a lot of money that I don't have, but I have friends. So that's why in most cases we do Vandata and friends. Like mostly the friends that are on the other side of the world, they're the ones that are willing to give you, you know, some money also to take care of these people. Then you forward it to them, they have food, they have things, they have a way of living. So that's what I'm doing right now, as I also do the music. And I also plan ahead, because this period we are in a lockdown, we are in curfew, we are in all these things, but it's a big chance for each person to plan their life. This is the right time to do that.
So
that's
what are the
advantage to
future
it.
plans for the charity organization, if I may ask?
Because right now, I'm focusing on their well-being. Focusing on them having food, and focusing on them having medical care. I'm focusing on them having clothes, you know. But with time, I want them to have school fees, go to school. I make sure I don't do it that someone goes from senior 1 to senior 2 and stops. No. If I focus on someone goes up to secondary level or that. And I'm also starting a project in refugee camps, which is about life planning skills and talent development, whereby we're identifying talented people who had a dream, and then the dream fall down because of whatever made them refugees. And then we tell these people, no, your dream is not dead. You can still
become the best artist.
You can still become the best artist. So what we do, we offer them the studio time. We give them the push. We make sure that Josh gets to know them. Maybe offer them an interview. We make them share stages with people who are known in Uganda. You never know if it's your luck to be a star. If you're not a star in Congo, you can become a star in Uganda. If you're not a star in Somalia, you can come. If you're not a star in South Africa, you can be mentored to be a star in Uganda. So that's what is coming, part of the project.
So that's a good thing that you're doing, but have you received support, like from the government?
No, not from the government. From the government, no. I've received support, but at this time is from individuals, but which is good support. Because trust me, people are passionate about this. Most people who know the work I do, most people I've had conversations with, most people I've talked to about different things. You know, that's the chance that when you sit with people who matter, or people who know the direction you're taking, next time you tell them, you know, there is this and this and this, and then they are like, okay, wow, that's nice. I'm willing to chip in. When you do a GoFundMe project, like now I'm doing a GoFundMe project, which has received some funds from people I don't even know. They just put the money on the GoFundMe. And people who know me, they just ask me for my PayPal, my account, they send money. And of course, the big deal in this is that you have to deliver. You have to send them reports. You have they have to evaluate their money. But at this point, it's just individuals, friends.
Okay, that's a good thing. And by the way, we are in the middle of the city and the weather is quite on and off, but it's all right. We are still fine. Life was good until COVID happened. Then life became life. How has it been for you? Did it affect you in any way? Has it helped you in another way? Maybe you can tell us a bit about that.
It has affected me in a way that it disturbs my planning, because you don't know when everything will be okay. You don't know when the airports will open. You don't know when people will be allowed to travel. You don't know when people are willing to do different things. People can be back in offices because now people are working from home. Some offices have cut off employees, so people are working from home. People have lost jobs. Sometimes your contacts, they are the ones that lost jobs and all that. But otherwise...
Have you lost a friend? Have you lost... Has it affected you?
Yeah. I have, like, this corona thing is real. It's real. I have 3 friends that have lost people. I have like 3 friends in Sweden. One lost a dad, another one lost an aunt, then another one lost a sister. Like coronavirus, like real deal. I have another friend in Zurich. Switzerland who lost a brother, like a cousin brother, but they were hanging out a lot, and that makes me know, that makes me feel and know how it is when you know someone who has lost someone in this whole thing. But sometimes when people haven't seen anyone that is sick, they haven't, like someone close to them getting sick, or someone close to them losing someone or dying themselves, they are like, people are dying.
And probably on the other side, musically, because before COVID, okay, not even before COVID, for the past quite a while, Ugandans have been trying to learn the digital marketing kind of thing. For the music side, as artists, I feel like this COVID period has triggered artists' mind to focus on the digital marketing bit of things. Like at least today, you see so many artists, when they release music, even if it's just a performance, even if it's whatever it is, they give focus to.
It's because people have just gotten to wake up. Like coronavirus has given a chance to artists to realize where their money is, where the other way of doing things. I'm one artist who was against the bar hopping to perform. I think in my whole music career, I've never been that person who's like, okay, ngende wali nsabe ku mic bampe nkubemu ngende ne wali. Because to me, yes, it works. People get to know you, but I've seen people do that for so many years and they haven't gotten anywhere. Why? Because people forget you the moment you leave. Because they don't know your work. They don't see your work. People want to hear you sing, but after that, people want to see you on TV. People want to hear you on radios. Otherwise, people will be like, oh, IMBM, nainga abantu balinze Chameleon, or balinze Bebe Cool, or Bobby Wine. They go, but they don't even remember your name at the end of the story.
Do you believe they will really? Because Ugandans, we have a culture once. Now, like when this COVID thing is gone, we'll go back to our usual life.
Of course we will, but right now it's time for Ugandans, actually. It's time for us, artists, to push ourselves. It's time for us to do work, put it online, because people have the time to go online and watch this music. People have time for online work, for digital. Maybe there might be competitions with the TVs, but do your YouTube, do your channel. Focus on it. Be consistent. I know mine is not that good, but it's because, yeah, I have other things that push that.
You have other things. Anyway, it's still good. I believe you're part of the artists who take social media quite. You look at it in a different way than other, because you see artists atudde wano akubye ekifaananyi wali waliwo obuse picture ataddeyo. Some other artists really, they take care of the images that they put out to the people, and you're one of them.
Because the images you post really mean a lot. As in, you're an artist.
Yeah, you're a brand.
You're a brand. We all want that respect, so you have to give that respect to yourself first to earn it from other people. Kati gwe oba teweefuddeeko omanyi bino ebintu birimu enjawulo, Josh. I always tell my fellow artists that nze data ngenda kumanya mbu nina amafuta ag'emitwalo egyo ebiri mu motoka, naye bw'oba ompitira ddiiro nkole ki? Nzije ziteekemu nsigale ku zero, naye nzije okunegotiatinga ddiiro eyo. You get it? Why? Tujja kutandika okwogera ku ddiiro nga tutandikidde ku mafuta. Naye bwe nzija nga nzijidde ku booda, okitegeera, era omusajja ajja kugamba tulinamu 10 awo.
Abakugejenzi.
You get it? So the respect you give yourself. I'm someone who believes that the brains matter more than the way you look, but also the looks give you the first impression. Before someone gets to your brains, they first judge you. And after judging you, then they give you a chance to get to know what's in your brain. However, me personally, I believe in brains more. So you can be there with your whatever you have, but you're so smart about something, then I buy it a lot. But artists, we have to take care of ourselves.
Kasi tuba tukyali awo COVID yatutwala eno n'eri Black Lives Matter.
Abantu charity bakuyita kubimba charity kirinde. You know, I've seen so many artists, not artists. I've seen so many people in Uganda mostly on social media. Bagamba kati banange Uganda mubuukira Uganda mubuukira. No, sikubuukira. If you've traveled, if you've had a chance to travel, of which some of the people haven't, but they have a hope. Even if you don't have the hope, there is a chance that you will. You will understand. You'll understand why it was high time this is done. I don't know, Chirala, what Ugandans haven't understood, that even here, where we are in Uganda, sometimes that racial thing happens. A lot. I've experienced it here, I've experienced it abroad, I've experienced it everywhere.
Give us one incident that you can't forget.
I'll give you, I don't know if I should mention the names of places, but
No,
I don't like bringing down places.
Yeah, you don't have to.
But like, there is one place I went to here in Uganda. I came with 2 white people. We entered the place. We had just entered and we were standing, and I was trying to look for the waitress or the waiter to work on us. And this bouncer passes the 2 people I came with and came to me. Nambuza sebe chokunywa cho chiliwa. And I was like, nonya chimpa. Naiba nonga tona babuza. Nangamba, you know, sometimes people come here and gabaze kuba busimu abakati ngonda binga mbutufu ndabinga kati bana ababiri nga tobabuziza. I was too rude with him in that he was like, mnange bosi ya ngambi nga bosi muzungu bosi ya mutumye. That's racially segregating me. That's racial profiling me. When in Uganda, meanwhile, people are saying ebyo bintu bya America bichi, but that's happening here. Nali nchuse motoka with that Acacia Avenue street area because the bubbles, big mics and all that. Nali mu parking in Amvayo. There were two white people standing behind the car. Together. Ningamba, these 2 people, Ningamba, can you move a bit? And I passed Mudeo because I was getting out of parking and going home. Sebo muzungu nangamba vile nchime iteo. That's in Uganda here. Meanwhile, people are saying that you never into vili simanyi vya America. I've faced this thing in Europe. I've faced it whereby you sit in a bus, in a town bus. Abantu ne bayimirira ne bekwata ne bajula, they are standing everywhere. And you have a seat next to you na eteria yagala kutuula nawa. You have a seat next to you that is empty and no one is sitting on it. That's how it is.
Too bad. But so you're in support of the movement and 100%.
100%. I've also, even in Uganda, we've done our part, man.
Yeah.
The embassy, the American embassy, they've done something to show the solidarity. They've had the digital writings from people.
The digital campaign.
That, there is a group of people called No White Saviors in Uganda. They've also organized a solidarity march. It didn't go further, but it happened recently. So at least I'm in 100% because I know how it feels. Okay. And to all Ugandans out there who are saying there are things for America, no. And people are not understanding it. Nga TV mwe against the newanikachi.
Wembadde nzijjawo nti sijja kwogera ya TV, but you probably already know. Olowooza oba bo bakifuna bulala. What's your perception about it? Because bo bakireetamu all lives matter. Oli ajja kugamba nti but it's obvious all lives matter. Okitegeera. Why are you focusing on blacks only? Aren't whites segregated?
No, actually for them it's different. And when they say all lives matter, of course, it's a TV station. They want to serve both all races, right? Naye kati kiringa kankuwa example. Kiringa okuba ng'oyagala abantu bangi, right? You have love for many people. Naye kati gwe mukazi wo bw'ajja n'akubuuza n'agamba Josh, I love you. And you tell her, oh man, I love everyone.
I get your point.
Because all other races are not facing what the black race is facing.
I get where you get it from.
So our TV affair, we touch tegerera mbu. Ate that's an insult to the campaign. Kuba tugamba race eno naye matalinga. Come on, people are looking. They are saying, let us matter. We are not even saying let us be equal, let us be more than you, or let us do. We are saying let us matter. Don't look at me and profile me. Sebe bulayo oyingira nebbaala zinayingirako amabaala agamu e Bulaaya nga kati ng'ezuri ngira ebbaala nensaba Guinness omukozi n'ayagala n'ogimpa for some time ng'akyambuuza ng'ambuulira bbeeyi yaayo because it's imported, like in Zurich it's imported, so it's a bit more expensive than the other beers. Ziri beers zibeera ku 5 eno eri ku 9. Nasooka n'akubuuza, are you sure you want a Guinness? N'omugamba yes, I want a Guinness. N'agamba it's 9 euros. N'omugamba yes, I want a Guinness. N'agamba ye alinga agamba mbu siri sure onaazisasula. Why? Because you're black. People go to shops ne bagala n'okubaguza.
Well, so in the world right now, the campaign is still going on. Black Lives Matter. Whichever side you're on, just know that Black Lives Matter. Anyway. Your last words to the people who have been watching this show.
People who watch Mbu, go to their YouTube, subscribe, follow them Facebook, follow them on Twitter, follow them on Instagram. Keep it local, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
Let me tell you guys, whatever you push that is international, Nigeria, South Africa, it's because their own people push it. Everything starts from home. Start supporting your own. Push your own.
True.
You make someone love your own. Someone will not love what's yours out of blue. Show them you love it, they will love it too. Artists need you. But they need you.
So thank you very much, Vandata, and it was a pleasure. See you again next time.
It was a pleasure also being here. See you next time. Also, you can go and follow Vandata.
Oh yes.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.